What's up, Sagittarius? Welcome back to Karma Light Readings. I'm Karma. If you're new here, welcome. Please make sure you subscribe. Hit that notification bell. If at any time you resonate with this reading, go ahead and hit that like button. I am a Taurus, Sun, Moon, Cancer rising for those that are interested. I've also recently created a monthly newsletter for each zodiac sign because I'm no longer offering personal readings. You can check that out on my Etsy. You have the option of buying one every month, or you can also pay for a subscription and it will be automatically emailed to you on the 28th of every month. All right, Sag. What is this energy? It's a weird energy, like you're at a loss for words. Like this particular situation and energy really has you like stuck or paused. What's coming towards Sagittarius, please? What's coming towards Sag? The Fox, the Gate, ooh, yeah, and confusion, and then Whip. Wow. Okay. Very, very heavy burden that is coming down on someone, and I do feel like you're somehow connected to this situation. I immediately go into a space of betrayal. When I see the Fox, I feel like there was something very sneaky. It's a very sly energy that I'm getting. This card speaks of being disloyal. There's also, how do I explain that, Spirit? You have the Gate and the Cloud. Okay, so the energy that I'm seeing is like, there's a level of trust in this particular situation between you and another person where I feel like both of you are extremely independent, right? And kind of do your own thing and then also come together. However, all of a sudden there seems to be some confusion and doubt surrounding somebody's loyalty in the times where you guys are not in each other's presence. I mean, somebody thinks someone's cheating. And it looks like the decision that you have to make about either closing out one, I feel like there's an opportunity of getting married here in commitment, or if you're already married, there's something deeper happening in this committed relationship that requires you to take a next step, but it's also like very challenging. Because whenever we grow, whenever we expand, Sagittarius, it's painful. We got to sacrifice something. We've got to change something, right? Because we're outgrowing. I mean, I see it being beneficial to you, but I do see you going through some type of difficulty in terms of making the decision about what has to go and what gets to stay. What is the energy around Sagittarius, please? What is this energy? What do we need to know? The Moon, the Knight of Swords, and the Five of Wands to the Ace of Cups. All right. I feel like this is about getting something off of somebody's chest. That's what I feel like, okay? The Moon, the Knight of Swords, the Five of Wands. Somebody could really be trying to run from the truth of a situation, but the problem with running from the truth is that energy of something being hidden is always there, and that's what's creating a lot of conflict, is because somebody's intuition is telling them something differently. And this could be you or the other person. Okay, you have Pisces energy here, also you have fire energy, which you are, but you could be dealing with another fire sign. What is the Moon and the Knight of Swords? The Seven of Wands and the Devil. Again. Sometimes we think that the way to overcome something that we've done that upsets us, or some type of, and hear me out, because I'm talking about self-reflection and maybe recognizing that you've been doing something or involved in something, and you carry some type of guilt or resentment, okay? And we all come to a point like that in our life. And what's happening here is I'm seeing somebody run from the truth and constantly try to defend themselves. But there's conflict that keeps coming in because you just can't run from the truth. Things have a better way of working out if you don't run from the truth. The more you lie, the bigger it gets. Okay? And so in an effort of thinking you're protecting yourself and trying to protect others from something big, bad, and ugly, sometimes you just have to face it. There could be somebody here who has a serious addiction, or they're very powerless in a situation. Maybe it's not you, Sagittarius, but this is the energy that's around. But it results in an opening of abundance with the Ace of Cups. What's the Knight of Swords to the Five of Wands, please? The Six of Swords to the Page of Swords. It's what I said. Continuously lying or saying things that are not true, right? Because the power of our tongue is beyond your scope of understanding. You truly do create your reality by everything that you think and speak. And I feel as though there's a real struggle here. Again, this is mutual energy. This is what is around you. So if it's not you and it's the other person, great. If it is you, just take the time to reflect so you can release it. But there's this energy of continuously running from the problem at hand, lacking accountability, and going right back into trying to cover something up and hide from it. Therefore, it will never change because it's a cycle. And in order to outgrow and defeat a toxic energy or a karmic energy, which is what the devil represents, in order to defeat it, you have to confront it and you have to accept it as your own. That's the only way to battle it, is to say, I know you're here. I know exactly what you are, but I'm not afraid of you. Because it's like, just keep running backwards. There's this big mountain of truth that's about to come out with the Knight of Swords. And then almost instantaneously, there's a reverse back to the Page of Swords, where we're not going to express everything. We're not really going to tell the truth. We're just going to try to say what we need to say. But it's the manipulation is what's creating this conflict. So it's like I just feel like somebody lies and lies and lies, and it's catching up because you can't lie a lie forever. Everything has energy. What is this? What is this that's surrounding Sagittarius right now? Yeah, robbery. Somebody keeps trying to get away with something, literally. Very unfair, this is somebody who exploits a lot of people. Somebody's been damaging and creating a lot of energy that takes away from the joy of a certain connection. That is not to say that this is the end. Currently, that's not what I see. I see this as just being a difficult challenge that's going to help you and this person come closer. It's like a form of growth, a lesson. I don't see anything yet that says it's going to end. I think this is just about to take you to the next level, should you work it out. What does Sagittarius need to do? You have the King and Queen of Swords with the Four of Pentacles to the Ten of Cups. I feel like this is about treating something very sacred. It's about really expressing one's extreme truth, but learning to keep something between you and this person. I feel like this is about opening and getting something off of your chest. And really hearing each other, listening to each other. What is this Four of Pentacles or the Queen of Swords? What does Sagittarius need to do here? Wow, the High Priestess and the Wheel of Fortune. Somebody sees something differently. This is like a massive revelation, a spiritual awakening, a truth, an opening, an expansion in consciousness that has come to light and begins to transform and change the trajectory of your life. You may have been withholding this information from somebody. Yeah, the Five of Cups, out of fear. Over fear of being let down, over disappointment, grief. But it's very painful. It's like something has to get off of my chest. That actually makes a lot of sense, because if you can see these candles here, prior to starting your reading, Sagittarius, I always close my eyes and pick candles out of my box, and it's green and blue, which would be your heart chakra and your throat chakra. So that aligns, and then I also have a white candle next to it. It's something has to be expressed. To the Nine of Swords. Wow. A lot of fear, a lot of despair, a lot of anxiety about this particular, I'm going to just say confession. I do feel like it's you. I feel like there's something that you have to say. Did that spark just come off of the blue one? What is it that Sagittarius needs to do? Encouragement, miracle, good news, idea. There's something that you need to get off of your chest. Yeah, it's like from the divine, an aha moment, protest, and then trap. Wow. So what I'm seeing right now, and remember, this is what you have to do, is there's an energy of somebody here whose perception of family or commitment may have been very, very skewed, in the sense of maybe feeling trapped or feeling like, I don't know, like everything was a setup or a trick. But there's this element of preparing to take something to the next level. And it's such a positive energy, but there's a lot of anxiety, a lot of stress that is surrounding this energy. And so then, it might even stem from feeling inadequate or feeling less than, but then there's a realization that this is just a fear. It's trying to rob me of my dream in the future. So instead of withholding it, you speak it in confidence to this person. You have a fear that this person is going to, I don't know, like just not accept what you have to say and turn away from you. And I don't think that's what's going to happen. Higher calling and purpose, lonely at the top. Close friends, tight circle, issues with immediate family. You are under attack, spiritual warfare, gut feeling, listen to your intuition, because something is all illusion. Something is lying to you. It's making you fearful of a situation when you don't need to be. On the bottom, you have brand new beginning, and you could be moving because you have the Chariot and the Ten of Cups here. You could be moving. What's the outcome for Sagittarius? the Four of Swords, the Ace of Swords, the Eight of Wands, and the Ten of Swords. Wow. What are you doing? I mean, you just have to shut something down. You're laying something to rest with the truth. You're going to say something or speak something that puts an end to any sort of lies, confusion, manipulation. Yeah, Eight of Swords. This is how you break free. Queen of Wands, that's you. Living in your truth, not being afraid anymore to speak what you need to speak. The Emperor, taking back control. Yeah, see, it has to do with insecurity. This has to do with insecurity, or feeling insecure and feeling like you can't do without something, or you need to hold on to something. But that very thing is what is making you feel stuck and trapped. So what is the outcome? Ten of Swords, putting it to an end. Yeah, Page of Wands. Going on an adventure, taking on a new opportunity. Coming outside of your box in regards to a certain situation. You've got the Four of Swords and the Ten of Swords. You break free from something. You finally overcome some form of energy that has had a hold on you and what you believed in, or what your thought process was, and how you were handling a situation. These are major changes. Yeah, confinement and hesitation. Why are you hesitating in setting yourself free? Accident. There's something that you don't have to tolerate anymore. And that's what you're putting an end to. It's funny because with the Ace of Swords and the Four of Swords, that gives me the 5, right? And that's about conflict and arguments. And on the bottom, you have conflict and stop. And that's kind of what I was getting when they're separated as well. It's like, okay, you're putting an end. You're putting an end to some type of argument. You're not going to, have this type of energy around you. Blessings and rewards are coming. There it is. Manipulation, black magic is being done. It will be rejected. You need to practice detachment. You have to release yourself from certain people, certain situations. You are exactly where you should be, because Spirit is needing you to see this for what it is, right? This is some type of lesson, something that you have to learn from. It's time to cut cords and move forward. Closing messages for Sagittarius: the Sword and the Rose. Clarity, revelation, solidarity, protection, power, honor, paradise, happiness, expansion, joy. You have a twin flame energy here, union and duality. The relationship is over, no second chances. Grow and transform your life. The Chaser, fear of abandonment, and then you have passion. So insane chemistry, moving on, happily single, and then date and meeting someone new. All right, Sagittarius, I send you guys much love. Be sure to check out my newsletter, and I'll see you guys soon.